And we are live from beautiful San Diego, California. Welcome to Ticor Title Talk. How's it going, Haylie?
I don't think you said it right this time.
I
think you need to be a little singing a little bit. Well, we're switching it up. It's cool to be in a new spot on Friday. I know, we're always together. We've been together through this entire time. So, we do feel comfortable with each other. And so we are in a different location this time. And, it's kind of cool to have a little
friendly
situation. I mean, we've been together this entire time. So it's kind of nice to switch it up and be able to be in a new location. It's kind of cool. Things are starting to open up a little more around us. So we were able to come somewhere else. And it's fun.
Coming to you from beautiful San Diego skyline.
The skyline behind us. We have the Hyatt. Maybe next time we'll be at the rooftop of the Hyatt.
Maybe. We like that. And we are another episode of Ticor Title Talk where it's Plays of the Week. And what do we have in store for us? What did we come across this week that we're going to talk about and hopefully learn something from?
Hopefully we can learn something.
Maybe there's a little nugget in there.
So, we have been coming through, we have a lot of vesting stuff that comes up. So we all know vesting is how is the property held? So is it in a trust? Are we joint tenants? That kind of information. But kind of to get to the very beginning of vesting and why it's so important for, anybody in the real estate space is you want to know who's on title.
So wait, vesting is just how it appears on the ground, not like Russian vesting dolls or like.
You had to throw it out there. Vesting, okay,
like
the vesting dolls. No. It's
so like Ryan Lipsy, sole and separate property, or husband and wife is joint tenants, or
Lipsy family trust,
right.
That, same things like that. But the reason, if we take it, all the way back to the beginning, the reason why vesting is so important is because as an agent, you need to make sure who's vesting on your property is who's signing your contracts. So that's one of the most important things. And, we've came across issues where something's been recorded on the chain. So, there's been a transfer deed, a vesting deed has been transferred.
Transferring title from one entity to another.
To another, but it wasn't insured. So it doesn't come up. It comes up on the property profile, but when it gets really down to it, they don't really have the proper
uninsured
deed. Uninsured deed. So we have those issues.
The black hole of title reports.
All the time. But, vesting is one of the most common, most important things I think to look at when you get started in your transaction.
So when you're going and you're getting ready for the listing presentation and you check who's vested on title to make sure that's the person you're engaged with to sign the listing.
Correct. And so then once you get past that and you can get into the point of, so I do have the right person signing my contract. We're going to be selling this home. It's in a trust. We get all the trust documentation needed. So now, the next step is how do the buyers vest? So we're going to have incoming buyers. So do you want to go over a little bit what different kinds of vesting, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. And we get this question only every day, right? It's like, do we want to vest? Well, I want to do the loan in my name and add my wife later, or we're both on the loan, so we have a whole matrix sheet that we can email you. Just send us your email in the comments below, or text us, or find us, carrier pigeon, smoke signals, whatever. But we can send you that matrix, and think some common ones are community property, right? Joint tenants. Joint tenants is the one that rings out, is the most strident to me because it includes automatically right of survivorship, which is if you're on title with your spouse or your partner or your significant other and somebody passes away, then your percentage, 50% title, flows naturally into the surviving partner or spouse, right?
With the rights to the survivorship and stuff.
Yeah, so you can do joint tenancy, assumes right of survivorship. You can do community property with right of survivorship, just community property, tenants in common, trusts, LLCs, corporations, you name it. There's percentage interest in properties, which gets kind of interesting, like 70% such and such LLC, and then 10 to other people.
Yeah, and too, if I, what I would do is I would link up with a really good trust attorney, because if I were trying to tell my clients what would be the best thing for them, I would assume putting it in a trust would be the best way to hold your property and title.
It's a playbook.
It's a playbook. It is the most secured way to hold your property. If something were to happen to you, you don't have to go into probate and have your family fighting. I mean, we get these horror stories all the time of family fighting. One sister doesn't want to talk to the other sister. One sister got written out of the trust, but the trust wasn't recorded properly. So that following trust,
we had a really good client of ours out in the east part of our county who has a hot property. It's got a nice house in the middle, mid-city region with a casita, permitted, everything. And because the matriarch of the family passed away without a trust, they had a will. But a will doesn't hold water automatically. It has to go get approved by a judge in the probate court. And the judge will look at it and say, yes, this will is accurate. We approve it. Now you can sell the house. But they got to go wait in line, and they're going to miss out potentially on one of the hottest markets San Diego's ever seen, which if she loses 5% of her purchase price, that's like 35 grand.
Yeah.
So it can be a costly mistake to not just a little bit of planning. It's what do we always say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? So a little bit of time planning the estate, get it into a trust. A trust is nothing more than a playbook of what to do if I'm not here to tell you, right?
Exactly.
And so it'll save you money, it'll save you heartache, it'll save your loved ones heartache. So it's a really huge advocates. We've got multiple estate planning attorneys we can refer you, really good people that work hard for you. But we're encountering an issue with this right now. So uninsured deeds, trust certificates, absence of trust, these are very, very common title problems.
that go along straight hand in hand with the vesting.
Yeah, so know your vesting, advise your buyers, right? Be the agent that educates them and says, listen, you can avoid these pitfalls that we talk about here, and by just a little bit of planning and putting it in a trust or even an LLC, some kind of an agreement,
Yeah. I mean, I think it's better, it's just more solid than even if you are joint tenants. I mean, we all know California, it's right of survivorship state anyways. Most of the time it does go to the surviving spouse, but who knows? I mean, you would rather just to avoid that scenario and have it in a trust. So, I mean, we have a lot of different ways we can help go over that. Like Ryan said, we have a whole sheet that has every different vesting with each paragraph that goes into each one, so you can take a look at that. And I would have that in all my presentations for my buyers at the closing, like when we're going to figure out how we're going to vest, I would have that and make sure we know exactly what we want to do. So
right. Another common scenario is when you're refinancing. Like only everybody's refinancing right now. Right, so a lot of people have done the right thing. They put the house in the trust, but then the lender says we can't do the loan in the trust. We can do it in an individual's name, right? Like, oh, zoiks.
So we have to take it out of the trust.
Yeah, you got to take it out of the trust, quick claim it out, quick claim it back in at the end of the term of the refi, right? Or at the end of the loan process.
Yeah.
So that creates oftentimes uninsured deeds, right? Because the easiest way is to fill out a quick claim or a grant deed real quick, get deeded out of the trust, deed it back in. So you want, with a little bit of planning for all you loan officers out there and you people that are refinancing, is make sure that they have an affidavit of uninsured deed signed, or that you're calling us. We have a product that we will cover the uninsured deed to make it an insured deed. Or the other alternative is, call Ticor, your previous provider, and they can issue an endorsement that makes the uninsured deed an insured deed for all intents and purposes. They endorse the policy, which is another way of saying they change the policy to add in the deed, the transfer deed.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, we get this question all the time. I mean, it is not a very common practice for escrow to draw that deed back in. I mean, we get this all the time. We'll get hit up, well, why won't escrow draw the deed back into the trust? It's coming out of the trust. It should be able to go back in. Well, that's not really a common practice. It's outside of the scope of the transaction.
Right,
so
you have a lot of escrow providers don't like to do it.
The insured deed, because it's outside the scope of the transaction. So as Ryan was saying, there are ways around it, but also we do have third-party services who they will go and do the minutia, make sure everything's correct on the deed, get it recorded for you, and they'll handle it as well.
If you're in a pinch.
Call
in a pinch.
But we do have third parties who will always draft those deeds up and are happy to do it for you, and they'll be done correctly, so you don't have to worry about something coming up and maybe misspelling and doing correction deeds.
Well, and
all
with
this.
COVID, I don't even know if you can go into the county and record a deed. Like if you're John Q. Public, you can't walk into that building right now. So, so we at Ticor are your conduit to the county and getting things recorded. I fielded a question through text this morning with one of my loan guys that was looking to record something. He's like, hey, I can't get anything recorded. Can you help? Just message us. We'll send you the matrix on vesting. We'll help you through that process. Any other big plays of the week? So we had vesting issues. I didn't even know about the one
Yeah.
It just hit me while we were on stage.
Yeah, so just, I mean, it's important to be aware, have a little bit of knowledge about what you're working with for title, but also you do have an awesome title team that you work with as well that can help with any of your questions, your buyers' questions, sellers' questions regarding title, regarding vesting. So
Where's this team? Are they coming anytime soon? Oh, us.
Anyway.
The good news is we have 30, 40 people behind us that do this stuff for a living.
So you guys have a team, so know your basics about it, be educated, be able to speak intelligently on it, know what your current vestings are with your clients, but then also know that you have a team that exactly handles vesting. This is what we do. We do title insurance.
I mean, we want you to have a working knowledge, like we always say. We want you to have a working vocabulary in title and escrow and stuff. But at the end of the day, give us a call. I mean, we're telling you, call us, text us, email, carrier pigeon.
Yeah, I'm
Snap.
actually calling buyers after this to help them regarding what title insurance is, because the buyer was like, hey, or our buyer's agent was like, this is what you tell me to do. I'm having them call you.
Yeah,
so
and it's okay. It's okay to not know. It's okay to have a resource, right? Because you have your lane and we have our lane, and stay in your lane. Sell houses, do what you do.
Stay in your lane. Yeah, right. Stay in your lane. All right.
I'm trying to stay in my lane over here, man. Well, that's our training for today. Happy fall. It doesn't feel like it's sunny.
Are we in fall yet, officially?
I think we had the first day. Trick-or-treaters are running around here somewhere.
Wow, okay.
And so we're grateful for you guys. Text us, call us, send us messages, comment, like, share. We're happy to field any questions on vesting or anything else title and escrow related. We're stoked to be here and have you guys as clients, so thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.